What's going on YouTube? Mike here, back again with Renegade Forex, and in today's video I want to show you how to scalp the 1 minute time frame like a champion and show you how you can get really high risk to reward trade setups using the 1 minute time frame. So if you like videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, because I'm going to be doing 2 videos a week that are similar to this and also just smart money concepts in general going forward until my YouTube channel really starts to take off. So if you're watching this way in the future and you found this video after I already have a lot of followers or a lot of subscribers or whatever, be sure to drop the date and time that you're watching this video so that I can see how good it's doing in the future. So to the future you, welcome to the channel. If you're just now seeing this the day after I post it, also welcome to the channel. Regardless, be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, and let's get started. So I want to talk today. I've been doing a lot of content lately about the 1 minute charts because that's what I trade, and that's allowed me to not have to constantly look at charts all day, every day. I do not want to live my life behind the desk. I want to make as much money as possible while leveraging my time as effectively as possible. And so for those reasons, just like this channel is not talking at all about creating YouTube channels, but I bulk produce my content, right? I produce my content for like a month at a time so that I don't have to do this every week. I don't have to think about it. I can just spend one day out of a month and produce enough content for the next month. Okay. Just like with my trading, I do not want to sit on charts all day. I do not want to watch charts all day. I do not want to stare at them, 24/7 throughout the trading week. I want to be in and out of trades. And so if you're someone that wants that same thing, then I think you're going to find videos like this useful, as well as some of the other videos that I have on the channel talking about this topic. And, if you're not a member yet, I also do have a Renegade Forex Smart Money Concepts Academy where I talk a lot more in depth about this stuff. So if this is something that you want to learn how to do, then definitely be sure to check out the links below this video in the description talking about the course and the academy. So what do we have here? What are we looking at on the chart? Well, you're looking at a potential. I didn't actually take this trade, but I see trades like this all the time. Just want to be very clear. I am looking for this on a daily basis. I see this on almost a daily basis. Sure, there's days where it's like I'm not really in it. I'm not feeling it. Sure, there's also days where I take losses. Obviously, everyone takes losses. This is a cherry-picked example for the sake of this video, but I know there's going to be people who comment on this video and say, oh, it's made up, blah, 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 whatever. I would invite you to check out some of my other content, come into my Discord group, come into my Telegram group. Eventually, if you're interested, sign up for my academy where I do, trade breakdowns and I talk about trading the 1 minute time frame. For this example, this is cherry picked, okay? Because I just want to use this as context for how you can do this as well. So if you zoomed out of this section of price action on the 5 minute, you would see a pullback on the 5 minute, a continuation, and a break of structure, which makes this our 5 minute strong low. So when price comes back down into this zone, the expectation is that price would respect this low and continue to make a higher high, okay? And so at this point in time, there are a few places where we can expect price to come down and mitigate before continuing to make a higher high. And so those in this example are demand zones. We buy from demand zones, and you can see that annotated right here, which if you jumped up to the 5 minute, this is a very clear 5 minute demand zone, which price did wick into that. And on the lower time frames, we got the confirmations, which we'll go over in just a second, to get the confirmation entry. So we have basically the same thing happening that's on the 5 minute as it is on the 1 minute to facilitate this continuation here. Now, some of you are looking at this and you're probably saying, well, why did price not come down to this supply zone in the extreme? And I don't have an answer for you. That's just not what happened. Price did not come down to this supply zone. At some point in the future, I'm sure that we will get a reaction when the market comes back this way. I'm sure it will bounce off of this, causing some type of pullback in the future, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. There's many reasons why you could take trades like this specifically. So first of all, if you take a loss somewhere like this and it does come down here and you take the trade again, you can afford to take losses when you're taking an average of 5R gain trades. Okay, there's no reason why you can't be aggressive and take trades like this, because you don't need to be, you're not going to be, and you don't need to be 90% accurate all the time. You can take, you know, multiple losses finding this. So you could take a loss here and then it comes down and gives you that same thing again. And you take the win and then you make even higher risk to reward. So if it did come down here, gave you something like that, you have just even more reward to capture. And instead of, rather than leaving all that on the table. And so from here, there's also, aside from, waiting for that extreme, there's a few reasons why I personally would have taken this trade. And that's using supply, or using the Fibonacci tool to mark from that high to this low. And we can see price did come down below the equilibrium, which is another added confluence, the 50% line, trading below that so that smart money reprices and starts buying it again. So they sell it down, they reprice it down here, and they start buying and closing the, sell orders back here. Okay, we get into detail into that a lot in this channel, so be sure to check out some of the other videos, as well as, again, my newly released Renegade Forex SMC Academy. And so from this point on, let's talk about the confirmations. We have a small, let me zoom in here really quick. We have a small pullback in price, continuation, and right when price trades back above this little pullback candle, so we have let's just run through it. Down move, up move, down move, pullback, continuation, right? And right here is our change of character candle. So as soon as price trades back through this, we have a change of character. What happens? Price comes back down and it mitigates this newly created demand zone. We could have placed an order right across the top, stop loss right below it. In this example, you would have a little bit over a 1 pip stop loss. If you're targeting this high, that is then basically a 1 to 5R gain, or 5R gain, basically 4.92R, but who's counting? We're rounding up in this example. And yeah, you can then, if you, depending on your trade management, you can take a big partial, let it run. And yeah, we go over this. There's actually a few videos on this channel talking about this leg of price action and many examples very similar to it, where we can then learn to hold counter trend, or learn to hold longer term trades based on our expectations. And so if we zoom out, we can actually see we're trading counter trend the 15 minutes. So we have this 15-minute continuation that broke structure. Price is now on the 15-minute pulling back up into this supply zone. And so we're using this supply zone and this, strong high as our magnet where price is being pulled back up into, and we're just trading with that momentum. So if you want to learn how to do stuff just like this, be sure to subscribe to this channel, turn on your notifications, hang out for a while, check out the other content that I have that's talking about this. And then if you feel interested or feel like you want to take your trading to the next level, be sure to check out the links below all of the videos that I have talking about the Renegade Forex Smart Money Concepts Academy. Until next time, be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and we'll see you in the next video.